Hey, we finally made it inside the ATA show, and as expected, lots of things that would spark your interest if you're an outdoorsman like myself. So we're gonna walk around, we're gonna try to get involved a little bit and find out what some of these products will do for us in 2015. And I also seen the dart booth, and I'm gonna try my talents at shooting at some of these live animals on screen. So we'll see how that goes. We're with Dean Hall, and he's going to explain to us the dart system here. It's like a target system. We're going to shoot at some live action. Probably going to embarrass myself here because I haven't tried this before. Dean, can you tell us a little bit about what we got going on?
Yeah, so the dart system is a virtual archery simulator. You shoot at animals that have been filmed out in the wild, and it marks you accordingly to where you hit on that animal. It'll only score you in a kill zone area, so it's an ethical shooting system. It trains you on where to hit on the animal.
Sure.
So
all right.
Take a shot at it.
Well, I'm going to give it a try. I can't promise anything here. A little better. Yeah. Getting the hang of it. Oh, there we go. I'm quitting on that note. Okay, now we're with Danny Little from Redneck Blinds, and this is exactly what Tony and I have been looking for our deer lease. There's a couple spots that we just can't find good trees for, and we know if we had the right blind, it would work perfect. Of course, lots of hay around where we hunt, lots of farmland. So, Danny, can you tell us a little bit about these blinds?
This is our Redneck Sportsman's hay bale blind, and it's something we came out new with last year, so we've been out in the field with it for about a year now. The success that we've had from hunters hunting out of them this past year has just been tremendous. We've got lots of videos and photos back from our customers that have had really good success with it, both deer hunting and turkey hunting. It's all natural. The cover is actually hand sewn. It's made out of a combination of, it's got a polypropylene back on it, and it's got an organic cover that's made out of coconut husk and straw. The coconut husk.
How long is this going to last?
It'll last, if you leave it out year-round, probably 3 years.
Okay.
The cover is all attached to the frame with bungee cords, so if you take it off at the end of each season, you'll probably get 4 or 5 years out of it. Okay. We do sell replacement covers, and the frame's an all aluminum frame, so it basically it'll last you a lifetime as long as you.
How about rain? You're going to stay dry in this thing?
Yeah, you'll stay dry. It's actually very warm inside too. It protects you from the elements and the wind. We have people that run buddy heaters in them and stay warm. But the deer adapt to them almost instantly. I mean, we have guys that have and families that have told us that they put it out in the morning and have literally had deer 10 or 15 yards in front of them that evening.
And that's unusual. You don't normally get
that
out of a portable blind.
Not out of a portable blind, but there's just something about the natural shape. And another big advantage to it is it seems to mask your scent, so it does a pretty good job of scent control also. But whether you're deer hunting or turkey hunting or just filming and enjoying nature, the wildlife adapt to it almost immediately.
Okay. So. All right, I got another question for you. Decided we want to move. That big buck's coming out 100 yards down. How hard is it? How many people does it take to move this thing?
It's lightweight. It only weighs about 85 pounds.
Really?
So one person, if they're tall enough, can actually get in it and Fred Flintstone walk it. But 2 guys can easily pick it up and put it on the back of a trailer. The cover's attached with bungee cords, so you can take the cover off in about 10 or 15 minutes and throw the frame in the back of your pickup and then move it from farm to farm if you want to.
Awesome. Okay, I'm here with Blake Baxley from huntstand.com, and it's pretty cool. I've actually used his product this last fall. It's helped me really determine my wind directions, and you get up in the morning and you always want to double check that before you head to the stand because you never know when it's going to change. And this product has been fantastic. Just by chance we stumbled across these guys, and so Blake's here to tell us a little bit about the product, and I think it's something you're really going to want to hear.
So HuntStand Lite is available on the Google Play and the Apple App Store, like you said. We just released what we're calling HuntStand.com Lite, which allows you to go on HuntStand.com Lite, create a profile. That enables you to sync everything from HuntStand Lite to HuntStandLite.com and then share them with any of your buddies that create a HuntStand.com profile.
does so much more than I was aware of. You know, like I said, I was checking the weather, the wind direction, and I'm able to map out things by putting my stand locations. And it's just kind of cool to go back and show your friends that, hey, look, this is where I hunt, and this is the property, this is where my deer came from. But now talking to Blake, I can't wait to get home and sign up and log in and create a profile and just go crazy with this.
We also have what we're calling Hunt Stand Pro coming out very soon. It's going to have a lot more bells and whistles. It'll have a lot more bells and whistles on HuntStand.com Pro. You'll be able to create custom, personal profiles, and then create clubs out of that, so you can collaborate, manage farms together. We're very excited about it. I think it's going to change the way people manage properties and hunt and track their hunts.
No kidding. Well, every year at the ATA show, we always find a product or two that always kind of stands out as something that's very exciting and different and cool, and something that I know I'll use personally in the upcoming seasons. Right now we get to do one of my favorite things that I've always enjoyed mostly at the ATA show, and we've just got aisles and aisles of different products that the manufacturers are coming out with for 2015. So John and I are going to kind of skirt through and look at things and see what we got to look forward to in the upcoming year. Of course, I'm a big endorser now of safety. As I'm getting older, a little less agile than I was when I was younger. I feel a little more secure. I've been using the Lifeline for a while, and they've of course come out with some new products this year. Really like this, some kind of a rubberized protector of the clamp where you hook onto so it doesn't rust on you out there. Looks like they got some neat little gadgets this year that you can hang your binoculars and grunt calls and what have you. So, of course, one of the really cool things about the ATA show is they have absolutely anything and everything. There's always something new, and probably one of the coolest things that I've seen so far is the Sasquatch, which, believe it or not, this is a archery target. So you can shoot arrows in this baby right in the chest or in the rib cage, made by Masterpiece Archery Targets.
Well, here's what we're trying to do. With my goal of teaching perfect shot placement, it has to begin with knowledge of what perfect anatomy is. I have all these models I've created, and I can tell you how good they are, but there's other people can say that I interpreted them wrong. So what I did is, through 40 years, all the deer I've shot and all the studying I've done, I've taken my research, what I found, to the University of Minnesota and Wisconsin, the veterinary anatomy professors, because the information that's out there for the anatomy of white-tailed deer, for the most part, I believe, is wrong. So when I came and I studied their information, I studied the deer, and I'm getting 2 + 2 = 6 1/4. What do? So I took my information to them, and I showed them, here's where I hit a deer, here's which rib it broke, here's where the lung hit is. I blow the lungs up and show them, and yet you're saying there's no lung there. Then they look at it and they go, yeah. They have artists that draw these things out. They don't necessarily peer review them. We as hunters go by them and we see that's the way it is, but it's wrong. So one of my goals in life is to be able to teach this perfect shot placement, but it begins with perfect anatomy. Now, let's take a look at a rear long shot. Let me ask you this question. If you shot an arrow right here through the deer, that's the widest part of the deer, that's where the lungs are, how many inches of lungs do you think you'd cut through? If you take a look at that measurement, how many inches of lungs, if you put a broadhead right here, came out the other side, perfectly broadside, how many inches of lungs do you think you'd go through?
At least 14.
14 inches. What do you guys think?
6.
Okay. How about if I tell you less than an inch? And this is why I'm doing this. The reason why is, see, these are all trick questions. You're thinking, we're all carpentry minded, everything's horizontal. You're thinking they go straight through.
You're just saying the walls.
The tip of the lung comes to a point. Watch this here as I blow this up. I'll try to get, see this? It comes to a point. It's a 1/16 of an inch. So it angles back quick. So if I go right there, see that? That's maybe an inch thick. So if I go both through it, that's 2 inches thick. So a rear lung, double lung shot is not the same as if you move it forward another inch, another inch, another inch. Now, the question.
All right, we're with Nick Albanese from Steady Form Outdoors, and he's got a really neat product that I won't get too much into it. I'm going to let Nick explain it, but I will tell you this. I used it at the end of the steer season. Had a chance to put it on my bow, and I instantly noticed a difference. Nick, I'll let you take it from here. Kind of show us what you got here for 2015.
Alrighty. What you do is it's a steady form. You're gonna custom adjust it. It's gonna become an anchor point. So once you've custom adjusted it to your hand, your arm, it's going to prevent form breakdown, meaning that every time you come to full draw, we've always had the consistency in the rear, now we got the consistency in the front. So every time you come to full draw, that consistency riding right through that, no matter how awkward those shots are, it's going to stay true every single time. And that's when it's going to count the most. Yeah.
Yeah, the one thing I noticed right away when I pulled it back is that just that lock in.
Yeah.
You just feel comfortable that, you know, I'm ready to go here.
Exactly.
I know questions are out there. I know you've been asked this probably 100 times. You're shooting all summer with no sleeves.
Yeah.
Now you got sleeves. What, you know, talk about that a little bit.
But normally what I do is, you know, from bare arm to fall clothing, it doesn't really change. It's when you get into that heavy gear, you'll want to try it. Because you want to make, depending on the density of the clothing, you might notice a little bit of a difference. So if you notice that, all you do is you loosen up the set screw and tilt it inward to the bow about a 1/16. It's a small move,
all right,
to allow for that heavy clothing, and that'll put you right back in there.
Now, for those who have used your model previously, what's different about the Pro Series or what you've got this year for 2015?
Okay, well, the Pro Series is a more compact design. So we've made the L bracket, which comes off of the front, universal. So now you could take that L bracket, put it right on the string stopper rod, and have a more compact design. So that's what we changed it. Plus we cut the C down, and it allowed for a more open pinch point, so that when you go into it with heavier clothing, it's a lot easier.
Okay, we are at the Easton booth. I'm with Brianna here. She works for Easton. Some of these guys are getting in line. They're getting the Easton logo put on the back of their head. Compensation is a dozen arrows. So is this the first year doing this?
It is the first year. So if you get your haircut, that's free with the logo in it, then we give you a dozen Deep 6 XD arrows.
Good.
So that's our new product for 2015. I just wanted to push it.
And it looks like you got a pretty good line. You've been busy?
Steady all day. Yep,
And
some people are waiting for over an hour.
Wow, and I'm assuming these are professionals cutting the hair?
Yep.
And one of them happens to be?
My sister.
Your sister, and she's doing a fantastic job. I might just get a haircut. I don't know about the free arrows, but I might just get one. So,
well, the arrows are a good deal. You might as well, right?
It does sound like... Just like always, I always tend to find out where the fun is, and that's where I end up heading. And we're at the Cajun bow fishing booth. I'm with my good friend here, Jason Greer, and he wants to show us the sucker punch bow. And I've already shot it a couple times. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's really, really neat. Something that the engineers have really worked on, dedicated to the bow fishing world. The bow is not just taken off the shelf from bow hunting and turned into a bow fishing bow. This is a bow fishing bow built from the ground up. Fantastic. We're looking at 3.7 pounds on it, 5 to 50 pounds of draw weight adjustability, 17 to 31 inches of draw length. So from the smallest kid to the biggest adult, just absolutely love this bow. Everything works good. Of course, the hybrid reel, everything's been redesigned on it for this year. Everybody knows there was a few ticks last year in it. They spent a year working everything out. Just fantastic. Everything's put together and
I got to shoot two different models. You've got one that's got let off and one that that doesn't. So you can explain the difference between the two.
What it does, it comes with these modules right here. 2 Allen wrenches, Allen screws. You can take that out, put the no let off mods in, and you're ready to go. So it stacks more like a recurve. Wow. And or you can set it up for the youngest kids to shoot. So. Very nice.
Aesthetically, I mean, it's cool looking.
It's
I mean,
pretty bow, yeah.
The first thing I noticed, I walked up, I'm like, wow, that's one of the better looking, if not the best looking bow fishing rig that I've seen. And so it comes in a complete package. You don't have to buy things separate.
Yep, complete package, $449. It's got your bow, the reel, 2 arrows, and a rest, ready to go fishing. Or you can just buy the reel and add it onto your existing bow if you want. I think MSRP on the reel is $99.
Well, I had a chance to try out some of the Bear bows this year, and fast and smooth shooting bows, and I've got Jared Kinnear here with me. He was nice enough to take a few minutes to kind of explain to us some of the features and benefits of the new lines for 2015. Jared, you want to kind of show us the bow a little bit?
Right, so right here we've got the Bear Arena 34. This is a brand new flagship bow for Bear for 2015. It comes in at 34.5 inches axle to axle, and it's shooting 340 IBO feet per second. Some of the new features on the bow are the limb stops on the cams. So if you like that really hard back wall, it gives you that good feel. You can also shoot it off the string stops and gives you a little bit softer.
John and I were walking around the show here. We kind of stumbled across the Hawk booth here that's got some really cool gadgets, and been kind of drawn to them. And I've got Cliff here with me, and he's going to tell us a little bit about what Hawk is here to represent and what you got going on for 2015.
My name is Cliff Ensler. I'm with Hawk Hunting. This is our second year with the Hawk brand. Basically, with it being our second year of Hawk, many people don't know our manufacturer's name, InnoPower, and they've been designing tree stands and manufacturing tree stands in the industry for over 20 years, so we have plenty of experience to back our product lineup. So even though the Hawk name is new, our products and all our designs and everything that we've been doing for the last 20 years has been thought out and tested for time. Hawk is a hunter-driven company designed for outdoor rugged gear. We do tree stand lines, hunting accessories, bow arms, tree hooks, pretty much anything that you can think of that would be an innovative product to help you in the tree stand become a better bow hunter. We've got you covered.
You know, one thing I noticed right away was all of your products are lightweight, they can compact, they're very user-friendly, and seem very durable and sturdy. They got everything, camera arms and adapters to hold your GoPro, your cell phones, all kinds of things.
Everything, we try to keep everything as light as possible, as simple to use. Everything, even from just our twist-up hoist line here, with like our motto, just a simple twist, and it's on your bow, and you're ready to get in the stand. You don't have to take your gloves off or anything like that.
Anything new for this year specific that you didn't have last year's show?
Mostly everybody knows us by our single tactical tree hook. We expanded on that this year. We went with a double tactical hook and actually a triple one as well, with 3 hooks on it.
Cool. Well, I know, for being in the filming industry, you guys out there that are filming your hunts and have cameramen and equipment and stuff, you need to look into some of these Hawk products because they're very user-friendly for people that specifically film and anybody else that just likes to have their hands. Well, as John and I were walking down the aisle here, we came across this neat little gadget from QQ Archery, and John's got some time. He's had some customers here keeping him busy, but he's going to explain to us what we got going on here. So John, tell us about your product.
Great. Folks, what we got is an archer support system. This system will go on all bows. You can either mount your quiver or put our quiver on it. It's simply a support stick for the archer. So you can be steady and you're ready. When you want to shoot, just simply lift and shoot. When you're ready to go, it simply releases, collapse, and now you got yourself a fantastic carrying tool to carry your bow. No more carrying it by the bowstring. It's a fantastic device.
You think of that?
There you go. Try that.
Hell, sold.
You'll never put your hand on that bowstring again.
Right.
Forward, okay, backwards, left, right.
I haven't had a chance to try it yet.
I'll give you another lesson on how to open it real quick. So
okay.
So you do it right. So it's very simple. You got 3 levers. You release it with one hand. As they come out, you start locking them in.
Gotcha.
Locking them in. You adjust to the height that you need. You lock it in place. You're good to go. Steady, and you're ready. Lift, boom. When you want to retract it back in, you start on the top, working your way back down to the bottom because your hand's down there. Slides right back in. You close it with one hand. Bam.
I get to try it now.
Got a quick detach. Pops right off. Bam. Hang it in the tree if you want to. Put it right back on. Bam. There you go.
All right, now that I know what I'm doing.
Got to catch them because they come out quick.
Okay, good.
Gravity.
Well, I would practice.
Yep, gravity. So what you're doing is you're holding it flat and letting gravity slowly pull it out.
Awesome. Well, and I can think of 100 reasons to have this. Like I said, done a lot of bow fishing, all-night bow fishing trips.
Yeah.
You might see one fish every 2 hours, and you've got to have the bow ready.
But you're going to get that one fish, and that might be the money fish of the tournament.
Very cool.
So we have that model, and these are my support sticks. So these models, you put your quiver on it. You're just sliding my support stick behind yours.
Gotcha.
And you can balance the bow going forward or back by pulling your stick back or sliding it forward. So when you hold your bow, it's perfectly matched for you.
Very cool. Well, while we're at the ATA show, one of the things I want to do for sure was to stop by the Atomic Archer Jerseys booth because Spyder Action is looking to have some jerseys made, specialized with their own Spyder and color scheme and everything. John's here at the ATA show and he's telling everybody about their products, and so I thought I'd stop here and see what you've got new for 2015 and kind of the direction that you're going with the company.
I think the biggest thing that we are really focusing on is the fit, the quality, the design. We're kind of known for the over-the-top design, kind of the shock and awe factor. But then we flip on the backside of that and we do customer service. We have probably, I would say, the best fit in the industry. You know, you wear Hanes, you wear Fruit of the Loom. That's the fit. We stand behind it. If you get your jersey and it doesn't fit, which probably won't happen, but if it doesn't, we're going to give you another one for free. And the other thing is we go up to pretty much size 8X, 9X. So
a little bit for everybody.
Yeah, and we go all the way down to youth. So we can pretty much accommodate anybody.
Yep, and we were just talking about, you know, if you're out there and you've got your teams or, you know, your high schools and the junior leagues and stuff, really looking to cater in that area now. So really expanding and way beyond just the fishing industry and the archery industry.
Yeah, we're trying to, we've had 3-4 really great years. We're trying to kind of get back in the grassroots movement, give back a little bit, get involved with the schools, the kids. You know, I used to be a little league coach, used to be a swim guard or a lifeguard and teach swimming lessons. We get pretty enthusiastic, my team does, about working with the youth. So this year we've had some requests to kind of get involved in this and we're really looking forward to it. So I look forward to it, and we have a little bit of time, and summer's a little bit more of our slower season, so we're thinking about getting out and traveling and introducing our product and maybe some of the excitements of the colors and the styles and stuff to the kids, because we know they'll be pretty excited about it.
Yeah, and I can say from past history, you know, I've worked with a couple different companies that we've used the jerseys. They're top-notch quality, very comfortable, and you know, easy to maneuver in. And I wanted to grab one of your new products. I'm going to show the hoodie off a little bit.
Yep, this is
really
this is
good
one
quality.
of our new wind-resistant hoodies. It's also got an inner liner. We started going with reverse colors on zippers, reverse colors on stitching, and then it's got the inner liner on the hoodie. Super comfortable. So obviously it's all dye sublimation. So and then we have some other new products that are coming out with antimicrobial and the UV protection also. So it helps with skin cancer issues, things like that. So you know, with kids, that's always well, anyone, fisherman, archer, safety issue.
Right.
So,
well, and the most important thing, if you're like me, you just like cool looking stuff, and it looks like John can pretty much do anything and everything, whatever design you want. Looks like sky's the limit, really. Brady, can you just tell us a little bit about, I see you got like a solar panel here.
Absolutely.
What all does this thing do?
Yeah, this is our new, the Big Oak, the tree feeder. It's all ready to go. It's an integrated solar charged battery, so it's got the solar piece on the top. Battery inside all comes with it. It's programmable, so you can program it to go off up to 6 times a day. In the feeding, it holds 200 pounds of food, so you can do corn, protein, fish food, pretty much anything in there. It'll run them all through. So it's also got a remote control that's an option, so you can actually just set it off when you want to if you don't have the program set in there. So locking lid, keeps all the rodents out, kind of critter proof. It's got a door on the other side that's it's a reverse trap door, so it keeps out raccoons and squirrels and all the rodent stuff. And it's pretty impressive when it goes off. It's got a feeder, diamond feeder built into the bottom. It shoots out about a 30-foot rooster tail.
Really?
So yeah, so it's all directional.
I guess
shooting.
you can't do a demonstration here.
Yeah, exactly. We could put put some Skittles in there or something and shoot those out.
Yeah, you get lots of people. Well, it looks nice. It's very sturdy. Like I was telling Brady, the big deer we got in the backyard, I'd like to just sit this right in my the center of my yard and see what happens. But very cool.
Yep. This
looks like
it
would last forever.
It would. Yeah, we build them to last 15 to 20 years as far as being out in the elements, in the backyard, and whatever else. So you set it out there, leave it out all year long, and you're ready to go.
Very cool. Well, looks like the Cadillac of all deer feeders here, Brady. Thanks for telling us about it. All right, as we wrap up the ATA show, got a chance to stop here and see our friends at Hot Shots, and I'm with Jen the Archer, and she's just going to kind of show you what to look forward to in 2015 with a couple other new releases they got out. What can you show us, Jen?
So the newest release that we have is the Nano Post. It's great for hunting. It's crisp. It's quiet. It's got a 360-degree rotational head on it that will not change its length. But specifically, what's really great about this release is there's 2 micro adjuster screws to fit many sizes. It fits me, and I'm teeny tiny, and it fits really big guys. So that's really awesome. This release also flips back underneath your sleeve,
that's nice.
So it keeps it out of the way while you're walking through the woods or the brush, and you don't have to worry about clinking.
Yeah, that's
a
good nice feature.
This will be released in March, by the way.
In March,
It's
okay.
available in March.
And then the thumb release you got there.
So this is the Vapor. This is a hunting release as well, thumb release. It's got an auto close on it. It's available now. It comes in camo or black.
And I will say, while I was trying out some of the new bows for this year, this is the release that I was walking around trying out. It's unbelievably smooth, and one feature that I like about it this year is you don't have the button in back that you have to find with gloves on and stuff. You just pull back the trigger and it claps onto your D-loop or the string, and this is what I personally will be shooting.
That's what I shoot
fall,
also.
So.
I hunt with this one.
I love it. I've had thumb releases my whole life, and this is by far the nicest one that I've been able to shoot. So I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
We are going to finally head back to St. Louis, but it was nice to meet you, and it was nice to, again, touch base with the folks at the Hot Shot booth.